Next 5 here from the BYOC Qcon. This will be our losers bracket finals in the Duel tournament. 3 Alpha Duel Tourney. Novaz over there. CaptainMigraine sitting up top, trying to catch him. Basically trying to catch him peeking. You see Sniper versus Shock. Right,
now on this map, it's crucial to get into position for the armors early.
Well, yeah, it seems like once you have the high ground kind of controlled in this map, you're really in a good position to keep control of it.
Yes, the high ground is probably the most crucial aspect of ASDF. From there, you can hear pretty much anywhere in the entire map, and if you're pretty good with the movement, it's also very possible to quickly go from one location to another. Now Novaz is using the Scorpion link pull, which is pretty effective against Shock. The primary fire for the link gun will block cores. And it's very hard to hit scan. When somebody has their link on you, it's very hard to hit scan.
Yeah, it's very disruptive to your movement. So we've seen CaptainMigraine there. He pulled out that piston, trying to basically predict rockets and shock balls coming at him.
They're doing like
seems like a very risky proposition, but he's made it work for him a couple times successfully. How hard is that to pull off exactly?
It depends. Radius on the secondary piston fire is fairly large, so you don't have to be exact. You don't have to be perfect. They may nerf that in a future game, but as of right now, it's a very effective way to get away. Sometimes it's better when you're running away to run away with the impact hammer rather than trying to spam behind you. And we see here, Migraine was already in position for that belt with the shock rifle. In position, he's going to start throwing out combos. I think the best way to do that when someone is ingratiated down in the pit for the belt, you have to try to sneak up behind him. But Novaz came from rockets and he stayed there, and it kind of cost him a little bit. Could have easily ran around, tried to cut him off, in position for a sneaky pop shot, grabbed the armor, and kept it stacked. Now we see Migraine's got the shock rifle, he's got his belt. All he has to do is play conservatively, comboing.
Well, yeah, when you've got the lead like that, you know, you're kind of in control. You're the one who gets to dictate where the combat happens and when it happens.
See, Migraine is going straight to the top of the map.
He's fight over shield belt right now. Rocket's coming in. Ooh, timed it just a little off. That would have done massive damage. 3 rockets coming out like that. Timing this 100 was such that Migraine did have a chance to set up a combo there. Didn't quite, went for the sniper shot. Didn't quite get the shot he wanted.
Sir, that shock beam by Novaz was crucial.
Yeah, pushed him right off of his line. But both players still looking pretty healthy at this point. They're kind of waiting for another one to make a mistake. Novaz takes some damage. Oh man, if he comboed that, it would have been huge. Instead, he drops the combo.
Of course, we got, a very excited crowd here in Qcon. I think Migraine's might be out of shock ammo. Oh no, he's not. Oh, he's still got plenty. Watching, he's already in position for that belt. He's already in the pit.
Yeah, he got there early, trying to bait Novaz into jumping in. Hit him with a little bit of a combo, but Novaz now kind of surprised to see him trying to peek on that, given that he had combos coming at him. Just tried to sneak a sniper shot in there, maybe hoping for a headshot. Still not
what Novaz may want to try to do, you'll notice he's getting there with about 3 to 4 seconds left on the belt. If Novaz can position himself for the belt prior to him arriving there, he might have a good chance to steal it. That belt is very crucial.
What we saw in an earlier match is that if you can come away, even if both people are in position for it, if you can come away with that kill on the belt, like it's kind of a double whammy. Not only are you getting 1 more point, but you're also getting the belt on top of that, which puts you in a much better position to get to convert that into another kill.
Yes, I mean, my thing is, from the belt, if you're looking straight ahead, when you hit that lift, you're at shock. And shock is right by the armor, the 100 armor. Of course, if you're down and your opponent has the belt, you're going straight for the 100 armor.
Right.
Some people don't like that, but it just adds to it. Because if you think about it, if you're not in position to win the belt, maybe you should just go for the armor and position yourself. If the only way a free kill.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen that happen in some of our matches today, where someone will be trying to get themselves to get their stack back up, and they'll actually concede the shield belt without even contesting it because they'd rather collect all the other resources in the map.
Right.
Ooh,
We see him
hit the big flat primary, just missed it.
I think he thinks Novaz is weak. He's trying to minigun him right now.
Here comes the link gun. Oh man, Novaz down to 22 health. You can find him.
Got that piston out. Oh no, he's got the minigun out.
CaptainMigraine,
Very hard to hear.
CaptainMigraine though is with the lead, with the health advantage, and with the positioning here. I mean, he is in control at the moment, so I'm gonna switch over.
Novaz is doing the smart thing, and he's
he went to the
getting
opposite
his
side
own
of the map.
stack up.
Exactly. Now he's all the way back up to 150 armor himself. Like we were saying, rather than perhaps giving up a risky kill, trying to go in for a foolish diving attempt, a kamikaze attempt, push back up, stack himself up, and now he can fight head to head and perhaps come up some way with a win here.
Not down by much. This map, if you can get a kill and convert that to spawn kills, that's how you win this map most of the time. That was an amazing combo.
Oh, and here comes the link. See him though having the right weapon out with the rockets. He's able to throw spam behind him and push him away. That link gun could have killed him real fast, but he gets away from that one. Still only down by 1. However, he's in a bad position right now. CaptainMigraine has a huge stack advantage now with his health and his armor. Both players do have all the weapons they need, however. That's not really so much going to be a factor right now.
Now what's unfortunate is I don't see Novaz the vials. You can really use the vials to your advantage on this map.
Yeah, they respawn so quickly, and especially because a lot of times the person in control won't always control the vials. They'll kind of have to concede those just because they spawn so often. So if you're out of control, you're kind of running away. Sometimes that can really help you make a comeback. Oh, rockets himself. Novaz.
Wow, Migraine's with the snag talk.
There's some turnabout there. We just saw Migraine's rocking do himself last match.
There you go.
Always returns the favor.
There you go. Oh man, if he added one more sniper shot, Migraine is done.
Oh, minigun comes out. Novaz on the run. Both players extremely weak right now. The question is, do they know that the other one is this weak?
I'd imagine so. The thing about the belt as opposed to the armor is, obviously when you take the belt away, and you know they're armorless. Novaz is in position for that belt. Got the belt.
Yeah, no challenger for Migraine. So maybe again, a situation where he's conceding one to get the other and not wanting to give up that kill, because right now, 2-frag lead, but the time is running low. So Novaz is going to have to come up with a kill here. Let's go see what CaptainMigraine's seeing, because at this point he can pretty much run if he wants to, but you don't want to give up too much to your opponent in trying to stay away. Nice combos coming out from both sides, but nothing able to connect yet. Ooh, almost a big combo there by Novaz. Instead he abandoned it, and it may have...
Second one.
Oh, misses
now,
the
Migraine
combo.
may want to watch out.
That may make him... He may end up paying for that, but if he doesn't get the shield up.
Oh,
he gets
my
the
Lord.
last second kill. Wow, and that's
game right
maybe
there.
the one that does it. That huge rocket kill right there. Couple more link shots would have done it.
Now in this game with the weapon selection the way it is, when he came out firing the plasma primary, he saw Migraine's had shot. That was probably the right move to do. However, when he saw him take out the rockets, he needed to distance himself and use that lockdown effect on the secondary fire to keep him in place and hopefully try to shred his health. He only had about 40 health left.
Yeah, they could have easily gone either direction. It's all about the execution there. So 15 seconds to go. I don't think you're going to see a multi-kill finish this one off.
Well, my good friend Lavaki, Lavak 3, I was up, was it 4-1 on this map with 30 seconds left, and came back and he won it. So never say never. That was a good game though. Very well played by both parties.
Yep, pretty much what we expected. I think a very methodical back and forth game. But CaptainMigraine controlling the vest and the belt, but really one of the more even games we've seen as far as armor pickups go.
Very true. Now, when Migraine got the shock spawn, that's probably the best spawn he could have gotten. Oh, he's got a very high affinity for that. I was playing him on a race. I was timing the shock more than I was timing the armors, because I knew he'd always be back there trying to get it. So you just knowing your opponents is half the battle. I don't think Novaz has any specific tendencies, so it's hard to say what would be effective against him.
All right, we're gonna go back to the hub for this one. Back to the pile, guys.
See the crowd behind us when I was playing? There was just some group of random bystanders just watching behind me, like, oh, did you see that shot? Oh, did you see that shot? Felt pretty good.
Unreal Tournament getting some exposure again. People want fast-paced shooters, and we are at Qcon after all.
Sure.
All right, they are launching this match. Once it gets in, we'll be able to jump in there. Man, does that pizza smell good.
Go ahead and wrap up this duel tournament. We got to get ready for the Quake Live finals. Do you know who's in it?
I don't know yet.
Cyphers, he was doing well in all the European matches he was playing before QuakeCon. What I've heard, he's been eliminated. So I think the finalists are going to be Evil and Evil and the Hang.
All right, we're in position here.
4, 3.
Here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, and it's game time, baby. Con X5 here. One last time with our losers bracket finals. It's going to be in the BYOC of QuakeCon. Got CaptainMigraine versus Novaz. We just saw Migraine win a very back and forth sort of strategic chess match on ASDF. See what they've got for us on this one. So, GS3K. So how does this map? I mean, how does Deep differ from ASDF in strategy? I mean, is it more complicated because there's not the sort of linear path over the top of the map that dominates?
Honestly, I haven't played this map too often. From what I can tell, there's a portal on the bottom, and the map has a pretty good little flow. You've got two-dimensional battles, you know, on the Z-axis. So most of the map is one of two stories. I think there's actually a portal that takes you right to the belt, but I'm not sure. Either the belt or the 100 armor. The only thing I didn't like about this map, per se, is just the fact that everything seems pretty similar, so I get confused, I get lost a little bit.
Yeah, you definitely need some signposts, some landmarks, or whatever terminology you want to use, but it seems to have more of a radial flow. It seems like this would be, you know, was built more of like maybe in a TDM-oriented manner, as opposed to ASDF, which is a little bit sort of back and forth. Definitely swings sort of like a pendulum.
This is more wide open map. I think it's easier to get away on this map. And I actually believe that CaptainMigraine is the one who invented this map or made this map.
Really?
So it's a little insane to think that, you know, the guy that created the map is playing in the duel tournament.
We'll see if he can pull any inside information here. He's certainly up one already. Novaz now. Oh, that combo may have hit him. Instead, he gets away from it. This does seem like a map where flat primary could come into play, because there's all these little tight corners where if you can catch someone around the corner, you can disintegrate them instantly.
Novaz with that great prediction combo. Novaz picks up that belt. That was crucial.
Yeah, he was able to push him away from it. And that's something that I've seen CaptainMigraine do a couple times, is when he gets forced into combat that he's not comfortable with, it can sometimes, even if he doesn't die from it, it seems like it can sometimes push him off his routine and sometimes catch him out of position for a shield belt.
Well, if you think about it, that's a very, very intelligent way to play. You don't want to give up free frags, because in the end of the day, it's not how many armors you get, it's the scoreboard. Who's got the most kills? Simple as that. Now, it also takes a lot of patience.
Oh, big rockets coming in there. Both players, though, still have a good amount of health. We've seen some very low-scoring games in this map already in this tournament. It seems like it's You said it's easy to get away, and it seems like what happens is it's hard to really convert one kill into spawn kills in this map.
Now, the problem with this game, as opposed to, say, for example, 4 is, with the weapon damages the way they are, and with the combo radiuses the way they are, possible, it's very difficult to push. In 2K4, you would see a good dueler, you know, just around, do all kinds of crazy movements. What'd they have at, like a shock rifle, you know? And they would push, you could push with it. But in this game, it's a lot more methodical, and it's a lot harder to capitalize whenever you get an opponent low. So it seems like this game is more about cutoffs than anything.
Right.
Cutoffs and prediction. Although shooting a lot of headshots doesn't hurt either.
As long as you remember to bio the other guy.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's giving me that bio. I wasn't ready for it. Reminds me of when Qcon and CC played that one match. I remember CC was telling me about it. He was like, "Don't like me with the bio." He's like frustrated, you know, because it's a very unusual weapon to use, especially offensively.
Yeah, it's definitely a home run weapon, and when it can throw you off your game. I know you mentioned Dog Pound. Same thing happened at MML4 finals against, or not finals, MML4 like playoffs, I guess you'd say, against Zyber. He's actually in the lead on ranking, got bioed. A really goofy just death, and it got into his head, and that's the kind of thing that can happen. Is even you can't let one death beat you twice, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
You can't get thrown off your routine just because something crazy happens. Like we saw CaptainMigraine kill himself with a rocket, and we were talking on stream, like, you know, is he gonna let that change his mentality, or is he still gonna be able to bounce back and kind of have a short-term memory?
Gotta have a short-term memory.
You know, a lot of jockeying for position from these guys. Like we said last time, kind of running their routes and just trying to make the other guy make the first mistake. Oh, there's a mistake there by Novaz.
Oh, but he hit him with an amazing combo.
Oh wow!
If he can push, if he can get.
Oh, he gets in his face.
There he goes.
Started that sniper shot, popped him up into the air. It wasn't a bad weapon combo, and especially because he knew he had that shield belt to his back, so he had already sort of won that little battle. Now we'll be able to break him down a little bit if he can get into his face.
He's using that mini. He knows he's low. Whenever you get an opponent low, you know they're going to go for health. So, go straight for the health with them. That's a good way to cut somebody off.
Right, the worst thing you can be is predictable.
Now, one thing on land with UT4 that I've noticed is the Enforcer doesn't seem as accurate as it does online. Very strange. So I'm not sure. But very hard to land Enforcer shots from, say, a medium to long distance clip. But the Stinger, the minigun, it's very op at the moment.
Well, I know one thing.
Get a nice thing going.
One thing that it seems has always been true for Unreal Tournament games online, or on land versus online, is that those tracking weapons. Ooh, big combo comes in, pushes them away from that engagement. But the tracking weapons seem much easier to use on land. I think because the visuals match. You know, what you see is what you get a lot more than when you're playing online. But even with team compensation, sometimes the visuals won't necessarily match up to what's actually being calculated. So I think they become a lot more intuitive to use on land. Oh, tries to throw rockets down instead. Guess wrong. Took a big combo to the face. Oh, CaptainMigraine may have had him there instead. Well, Novaz returns the favor. Both guys dropping combos right here.
A lot of squandered opportunities. Thank you, you know.
Still a one frag game. Oh, up close. Both players taking a ton of damage. It's the second time we've seen this in the last few minutes where both players go way down, but neither one of them willing to be super aggressive and push.
Well, if anything, Nova's the one that needs to push, being down the frags, but, you know, I'm running out on him.
Exactly. CaptainMigraine, he can sit back if he wants to. He can afford to do that. I'm going to switch over to his perspective right now. He's sitting here with 150 armor and 124 health, so he can just sit on the clock if he wants to. He's also up a map, so really Novaz here facing elimination. He's the one that you would expect to take a few more risks. Both players still just throwing out rockets. Are we going to see a goo? We're going to maybe see a home run attempt here that we're talking about. Turn around the sort of stalemate that we've seen for a while. CaptainMigraine running around with that bio rifle. Gonna try to drop in on him close. No, he just tries to do a long range. Oh, gets up with the flat cannon, gets up to him. doesn't land a whole lot of damage. Nova's going to be on the run. So he may not get a kill out of that, but that may have that damage may have been enough to push Novaz away, and just sort of prolong his match here, which may have a big impact on it. Ooh, almost walking a combo. Big combo comes out there. Novaz now got Link Gun in his face and finishes him off. Going to be a 2-frag lead now with a minute and a half. So CaptainMigraine in good position here. He can hold on. He's going to be going to the grand finals.
Now, it may just be because they play each other so often. Low-scoring game. Obviously, they know each other well, and they respect each other.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'll tell you this. You know, when I've played with teammates in the past where we dueled a lot against each other, it was a completely different game because you already were 3 steps deeper into the meta than you would be against any other player.
So what do you think of UT4 at the moment?
I think it shows promise. I mean, just the fact that I can have this spectator overlay and we don't have to spend months trying to mod it means that there's already been a shift in attitude towards, you know, emphasis.
There's a new paradigm. I was actually talking to a professional Quake player. I thought the game also showed promise because look at what's popular nowadays. It's community driven. So they're not going to throw us a final game and say, hey, this is it. Yeah. They're going to constantly work on it and tweak it and balance it until it's just right. And that's what a lot of people enjoy. You know, if you listen to the community, and Epic is doing an amazing job listening to the community, shout out the flag, you know.
Oh, here comes a big oh, Novaz drops another opportunity there. Turns the corner.
Flag.
There's the flag. That's going to do it. So really tense moments there in this match. Both players were down extremely low, and we saw so many fights that could have easily ended one way or the other. And just kept on going. That was such a close game for the longest time.
Oh, it was very crucial. Very.
Last second kill.
That sniper shot. That missed sniper shot.
Yeah, CaptainMigraine going to move on. He's going to face GS3K here in the grand finals, and if he's ready to go, I'm ready to go. I know we want to get this knocked out so that we can all be in position to watch the Quake stuff coming up.
Oh yeah, I gotta go take a shower, get my swag right.
All right, I'm gonna head back to the hub. All right, thanks for joining me.
Yes.